So today, it's your one and only Big Gang. We're going to talk about the beef between Nas and Jim Jones, the Bird Gang General and Esco from Queensbridge. All right, man. If y'all know y'all history, we know everything about Nas. We know he from Queensbridge. We know he the son of a jazz player. We know all the great things you can know. Basically, to me personally, the greatest poet of the hip-hop poet of the 21st century. That's my honest opinion. Then you got the Bird Gang General, the Dipset Capo, Jim Jones, Harlem's finest. One thing, I'm going to speak good on both of them because I respect both of them. Jim Jones is one of the first dudes that he made a lane in hip-hop that wasn't there, and a lot of people don't give him credit for it. Before Jim Jones, a lot of rappers was not into the creative. Jim Jones was the first rapper that was into the creative directing and A&R aspect of hip-hop. Like, a lot of people don't know, like, he waylaid his position from being Cam right-hand man to being an A&R in that. He was already A&R in that Atlantic. A lot of people don't know that. Jim Jones had 2 A&R jobs before he even started rapping because he was with Cam. He had an A&R job at Atlantic and he had one later on down at Koch. He was the vice president of A&R at Koch Records, but I'm going to get into that. A lot of people don't know that. Jim Jones is one of the shrewdest minds in business when it comes to rap music. Like, whether you know it or not, Jim Jones is for sure a walking bag, and he knows his way in the boardroom. You gotta understand who he learned from. He learned from Lance Riviera, the nigga that stabbed Jay-Z. That Jay-Z stabbed. Do your homework. He was under Lance Riviera. He was with Cam during that process of Sex, Drugs, Entertainment. Yeah, remember that album, Jet? SDE, Sex, Drugs, Entertainment, Cameron? That album, What Mean the World to You? Jim Jones A&R'd that album. He was an A&R. He was an A&R Atlantic in 99, 2000. He the one who decided, like, hey, we need to take the Dipset movement to the streets. The majors ain't, he figured it out early in 2002, 2003, 2001, like, we can get checks from the majors. Before then, it was, you sign to the majors, you sign to one label, you get your deal, you get your check, you do whatever. Jim Jones was the artist that, I won't say mastered the matrix, but he was the first dude to figure out how to get in the matrix when it comes to dealing with indies, getting money, dealing with the majors and getting money. Because he had Dipset over at Def Jam and Rockefeller, but he had Purple City Bird Gang over at Koch. He had other groups at Trademark. He had Duke the Guy. He had other guys at other labels. So he was able to go in different rooms. Nas kind of pretty much always been, I won't say like a quiet CEO, but more so like, my influence is my influence. I'm Nas. Like, I'm Nas. Like, it don't get no better than that. Like, I'm Nas. So he had Ill Will Records. I'm giving y'all the tale of the tape. He had Ill Will Records. I think he had maybe one rapper over there. His name was Nishan. And he had the Bravehearts, of course. He leaves Sony 2003, 2004, around the time he go to Def Jam. He starts Mass Appeal Records, which we know now. And he does a distribution deal with Def Jam. But he dissolved Ill Will Records with Columbia, Sony, and he went with Def Jam. But I don't know Mass Appeal. Half the documentaries we be looking at, like Davies, he signed Slick Rick, Ghostface Killer. He got a lot of legends. Like, Mass Appeal is more like a older legends label. Like, it got real hip hop over there. Like, Slick Rick just dropped the album with Slick Rick. Idris Elba, the dude from The Wire, Stringer Bell, he produced it. Like, he produced the album. So Mass Appeal do a lot of contemporary hip hop and a lot of documentaries. Like the Video Music Box documentary that Ralph McDaniels did, Nas was the producer of that. The Supreme Team documentary, Nas do that. Nas do a lot of contemporary movies and stuff like that. So that's what Nas on. Now, however, it was a conversation that was had by Jim Jones, and I forgot what podcast it was, but he said a crazy comment that I found to be maybe 10% true, 90% false. He said that this is the most viral that Nas has ever been. And I'm gonna go where I would say the 10% true is quite so, but not really. Like, everybody know who Nas is. You don't need to go viral when I can say your name and niggas be like, I know who Nas is. He's a household name. Like, I'm sorry. But for social media headlining, yes. Jim Jones has a point. Yes. I haven't heard this much about Nas in the past 5 or 10 years. Yes. Yes. He's not lying. I know y'all probably thought like I was gonna say no. Yes. Nobody says, man, Nas is in DJ Academic talking about Nas. Last thing Nas was in headlines for was his baby mama, Khalees. Nas don't really be in headlines like that. Nas don't really be viral breaking headlines. So I can't say he been viral. Like, known is different than being viral. We know who Frank Sinatra is, but he ain't been viral in a while. Viral means ongoing, current, repeatedly. He dead, ongoing, repeatedly, currently. Like, it's a moment that's happening. We're stuck in time in this moment. We stuck on this moment for maybe a week or so. The world is stuck on this moment. Yeah, I gotta give Jim Jones that. Yes, and yes.
But here's my question though. So why was there originally a beef? Because when I remember he was dissing him on that Summer Miami, talking about he gonna slap the kufi off of Nas. So why was that a big thing back into, like, what spawned that? And then why, after all them years since the beef died down, did he pick that back up? Let's start with the first part. Like, why does he have such a disdain for Nas? Because Nas don't even give him no light of day.
All right. It was, of course, you know, the Jay-Z and Nas beef happened. And a lot of people don't understand. At one point, Dipset was like really rocking with Jay-Z before him and Cam fell out. That's why the beef with Jay-Z and Cam was kind of like, it was sticky. It was real sticky. Like, that was the first time I ever seen Jay-Z kind of look vulnerable. That You Gotta Love It, this song, It was kind of vulnerable. That's the first time I ever seen Jay-Z like look like somebody jabbed him. Like, it wasn't necessarily like a knockout punch, but it was a stumble. He bled. That's the first time I was like, okay, somebody got him in the battle. Like, even when Nas got him on Ether, I was like, Hov still Hov. I was still like, Hov still Hov, but Nas went off. That shit funny. So Rockefeller was Dipset was Rockefeller. Jim Jones being loyal to Dame and with Dame and them niggas, he go attack Nas, cause Nas was on a rampage, dissing all them niggas. He dissed the whole camp. Only nigga he ain't diss was Beans. And he said, compared to Beans, you whack. Yep. Think about it. The only person he didn't diss was Beans. He gave him how do you diss the main nigga and big up his underling in the same song? He said, compared to Beans, you whack, and your man stabbed on and made you take the blame. So they already had a sticky situation over there. So Jim Jones, being the capo, feeling like the muscle for Dame, he decides to go at Nas. High 97 freestyle. They was already talking greasy about Nas and everything. Then, you know, Nas, I think Nas said something maybe once. Nas replied to him once, like, I won't answer you foot soldiers or cadets. I'm gonna come straight to your set. He dissed the out to me with one line. One line. And that was it. So, of course, Jim Jones dropped Summer in Miami. He do all the cool shit. He do everything. He dropped that shit. He do everything. He dropped. Now, in lieu of him dropping that, of course, I smacked the kufi off. You know, I'm Jim Jones. He ran and he had a whole campaign in. Remember the kufi smacker? I'm the kufi smacker, Jim Jones. Yeah. I smack niggas kufis off their head and be rapping that conscious shit. Yep. You know, I'm from Harlem, son. We do this shit. 9 Trey Billy Blood. Smack. That's when he was on Smack DVD. He had a whole campaign. And he had a whole campaign against Nas. And of course, Nas ain't answered. Fast forward years later, you really got more pressing beef on your hand, really, on some rap shit. Styles P will eat that man the up. I don't know why he think he colder than Styles P, but what the ever.
They banned him too. You saw that from doing them weather reports out there. Anyway, keep going with that.
Yeah, I gotta see that.
They banned him from that.
So Jim Jones basically goes on his Love and Hip Hop tour. He does his Love and Hip Hop. Jim Jones knows how to get a bag and rap. That's one thing I can say. He is one dude that he knows, like, a lot of people can't make rap money. A lot of people can't do rap money. A lot of people can't get rap money. A lot of people can't make rap money happen. It's impossible. But I would say for the most part, he definitely knew with Nas. So years later, I guess it comes up who got more style, who's better, and of course, man, let me tell you something about from Queens, man. From Queens are some of the most coolest you'll ever meet in your life. They get ill. Look at 50. Niggas from Queens is ill. But for the most part, cool, laid back, reserved, money getting niggas. They really ain't into beef like that. Queens niggas ain't really into beef. And you look at the catalog of rappers from Queens. 50, Ja, Nas, who else, man? Lost Boys. Who else? I could go all day, bro. Just LL. Nobody ever really fit the mold from Queens of being like an extreme battle rapper. 50 wasn't even an extreme battle rapper. He just, I'm gonna talk about your ass. And Jim Jones is from Harlem. Harlem is flashy, money getting niggas, but they boisterous, they loud. Most Harlem niggas are loud, very, very loud, like extremely loud. So when you got a guy like that that's in Harlem and he the man where he from, and you get a guy like Nas who you think quiet, you think subtle, and you think not gonna say nothing or do nothing, you feel the need to I can pick. But I would think that at this point, you know you can't pick with Nas. You know you ain't seeing Nas on no level financial money. Nas got shit with Hennessy. Nas got investments. Nas is an executive. He's a partner at Def Jam. Not a worker. He's a partner at Def Jam. Him and his daughter run Mass Appeal. He produced movies. He do documentaries. I don't think he in a place with Jim Jones to where he could be like, yeah, man, we doing our thing, man. We doing our thing, bro. We doing our thing. Like we doing our thing, and we need to battle. I don't think he in a place with Jim Jones for that. But Jim Jones is not lying. He's telling the truth. Jim Jones is telling the truth, whether we like it or not. Yes, he's telling the truth. This is the most Nas has been viral. Now, whether his career, no. Ether was bigger than this moment. We gotta remember Jay-Z. What's up, nigga? Like, to this day, I never had a day where I never heard a song where the intro, the beginning is Jay-Z. Or just immediately to the shit. Immediately to the shit.
That and Hit 'Em Up, those are the only two.
Yeah. Hit 'Em Up was the only one. Hit 'Em Up. Hit 'Em Up. Hit 'Em Up was the only one. Hit 'Em Up and that and Ether. And let me see. No Vaseline was pretty up.
No, that was too.
No Vaseline was pretty up. King of the Hill was pretty Cube got for sure too. Now that I think about it, not off the subject, but Cube for sure got two of the best disses of all time. He got No Vaseline and he got King of the Hill. He got a group diss with West Side Connection. He dissing Cypress Hill. And he got one where he dissing NWA by himself. But other than that, Nas for sure got the best, one of the best ones. For sure, for sure. Nas is the GOAT. Nas is the GOAT as far as like poetry, rap poetry. Like, he's the son of Rakim. He's the son, like, you gotta understand, he come from that vein of rapper. He comes from that vein of artist. So when you're looking at somebody that can rap circles around you, it's totally different. It's totally different. It's totally different when you can get somebody to rap circles out of you. Jim Jones know he can't see Nas in a rap battle. So what would you see him in? Style? Nas got style. Nas can dress. Nas got money. Nas can put that shit on. Nas will come through in an 87 all-white beam on you with some 20s on that bitch. And be stunting. Nas got some style. Nas got splays. Nas ain't just no regular Queens nigga. Nas touching the bag. So it's like, I don't know. Like, what you gonna do? Out rap him? What you gonna do? Like, what we saying here? Like, what would happen? What would happen? Like, what after you made the comment, Jim, this is my thing for you. Jim, after you made the comment, what would happen? Like, okay, Nas, you made Nas viral. So are you battling now? Are you rapping? Like, what are we doing? Because are you doing a verse? What's going on? Like, what are we doing here? What are we looking to accomplish by you saying you making him go viral, or you're...
He want to drop an album.
Yeah, like
That's
what
he
was
doing.
what
He gonna
was
drop
he
an
looking
album.
to
He trying to go
accomplish?
viral.
What was he looking to accomplish? That's the thing.